I'm Professor Pi. Welcome to my daily mathematical adventures. Hey, don't forget me. I'm Cowboy Rufus. I'm your favorite student. We are still working with systems of equations, and we've graphed them by hand with a ruler, and we've graphed them with a graphing calculator, and we've graphed them by elimination, and we've graphed them by substitution. And now I'm going to show you how to make the calculator do most of the work. We're going to do something called reduced row echelon form on the TI-83 calculator today. And I will show you, if you can put it in right, the calculator will do most of the work for you. This is A2REL B3, A2REL A.2, and REL A.1. All those involve solving equations, algebraically, graphically, or today I'm going to show you the shortcut. We're going to let the TI-83 and 84 calculators do most of the work. My video, of course, goes here. There's 4 other videos that talk about reduced row echelon form, RREF for you, because I don't want to say it too many more times. A matrix is in row echelon form when it satisfies the following conditions. It's in echelon form. That means coefficients are in order. And the leading entry in each row is the only non-zero entry in the column. You all have that? Nod your head. No, you don't. Of course not. A matrix is a box of numbers. We can do many things with that box of numbers. We can multiply it by one number. We can add 2 boxes of numbers. You can find the value of a matrix. We call that the determinant. And your calculator will do all that for you. Today, only I want to talk about entering it in and hitting a button that says RREF, and we get reduced row echelon form. It will solve our equation. Now, if you ever want to teach math, I'll teach you what RREF really looks like and how we got there. And to really appreciate it, you needed to do it when I was in high school, when we only had slide rules and no calculators. It took us forever to manipulate these matrices. And a matrix, once again, is just a box of numbers. We're going to do it with coefficients. Do you care how it works? No, I don't care how it works. You don't care how it works. You just want to know that the calculator works. When I flip the lights on in my classroom, I really don't know, am I getting atomic energy, coal energy, steam energy, water energy? I don't care. If I flip the switch and the lights don't come on, now I start to care. I'm just going to teach you how to put this in the calculator, hit the proper buttons, and get the proper answer. If you want me to explain it fully, I have books. If you want to teach math someday, I'll let you read these chapters. First thing we need to do when you pick up a calculator in my classroom is you need to know where it's been. This calculator, I don't know where it's been. Some freshmen may have been playing with it. They really don't know how to hit all these buttons. Or it may have been used in my trig class, in which case it's still set in radians, not degrees, and it's really not a good calculator for what you want it to do. So when you pick up a calculator, first thing in my class I want you to do is I want you to clear the calculator. And here are the steps. We're going to go down the first column. We're going to go down the first column and then the top of the second column. That little arrow there tells you how we're going to go. So you're going to clear the calculator. To clear the calculator, you hit second, plus sign, you hit the 7 for reset, you hit the enter. You're looking for something that says all RAM. When you see that, you hit enter. Then you hit 2 for reset, and you hit enter. Then you probably need to check the calculator for mode. The mode button is right up here, besides that second function button. The mode is there. Hit the mode, and you will see it's either in radians or in degrees. We want it in degrees. Most of you are not ready for radians. If you're in my trig class, they're talking about radians. They work in radians. You don't want it in pi radians. You want it in degrees. So fix that. And then look at the other thing. You should want it in a function. You don't want it in parabolic. You don't want it in sequence. And you don't want it in polar. FUNC should be the same. If you clear your calculator, it should come out in degrees and function. So now you can get off the mode key. Now we're ready to enter. Here's a sample equation. I'm going to put that equation in my calculator. It's going to take me long to explain how to put it in, but once you get the hang of it, you can do it in less than a couple minutes, a lot quicker than you could substitution or graphing. There's the sample equation I'm going to use. A matrix, once again, is a row of numbers. And the row of numbers, we always have rows in columns. If I just put the coefficients from this problem in, I'm going to have 2 rows. I'm going to have 2. Then I'm going to have -1. Then I'm going to have -9. All I need is the coefficients. The x's and y's don't matter. What are my coefficients from the next row? Yeah, I've got 1, I've got 2, and I've got 8. We're just going to put that in. So we're going to make a box of numbers that's got 2 rows, 3 columns. It's got 6 entries in it. We're going to put that into our calculator. So now, once again, we're going to start in the first row. These are the instructions you hit. I'm going to go through this once. You may have to stop the video on this screen and go through it again if you don't get what I get. But we're going to hit second and then matrix. The matrix is the x -1 key. If you look above it, you'll see matrix written in yellow. It's the second function. So we're going to hit second, x -1, which is the matrix key, edit. We're going to edit. You see where it goes across the top? You've got the matrix, you've got math, you've got edit across the top of your screen. You're going to go to edit. And since your calculator has been cleared, we don't have anything in there, we're going to go to letter A and hit edit. We're going to put our matrix in A. Now they want to know rows and columns. Rows. You're going to have 2 rows. You're going to have 3 columns. So put 2 in for rows. Hit enter. Hit 3 in for columns. Hit enter. Now we're going to actually enter the matrix. We're going to put in 2, -1, and once again, you have 2 negative signs on your calculator. You have one up here, but you have one down here. This calculator really likes to know negative is down here and subtract is up here. So you're going to use the negative down there. And what numbers are you going to put in? You're going to put in these numbers. After each one, you're going to hit enter. So we're looking at matrix A, edit. We go 2 by 3 columns, and then we hit 2, enter, -1, enter, -9, enter, 1, enter, 2, enter, 8, enter. And that last enter has just saved your matrix. But to make sure, let's go back and hit second matrix again. You should see a matrix that has A. That's the only matrix in here because I had you clear your calculators. Your matrix A should look like this one. When you type in, hit the A and hit enter, it should show you that your matrix is 2, -1, -9, 1, 2, 8. And once again, it's very complicated to teach you this, but once you learn it, 30 seconds. Now, I'm going to stop there for a second. If you didn't get 2, -1, -9, 1, 2, 8, clear that matrix. Let's go back. And here are the instructions again. Go down each column. When you get 2, -1, -9, 1, 2, 8, we'll continue. All right, you're back with me. We have a matrix in A. Everybody has the same matrix. We've checked that. Now, to use reduced row echelon form, you have to have a matrix in there. We have it. It's called A. We put it in A. So now I'm going to hit second matrix. At the top, you have edit and you have math. We want the middle one that says math. We want to go down to B. B says RREF. So you go like 1 through 9, go down to B, enter there. Now, the machine is ready for RREF when you hit the B. We need to tell it what matrix you want to do RREF. You only have one matrix in there right now. I have you in matrix A. So let's hit second matrix. You pick letter A. And then you close the parenthesis. You have any experience with a TI-83 or TI-84 calculator, you know it really likes the parentheses closed. We closed it when we were graphing. We closed it when we were multiplying. It really doesn't like open parentheses. It doesn't want to think what you want. It wants you to tell it. So let's go ahead and close the parentheses. After you put the A in, you hit A, hit close parentheses, hit enter. On some early TI-83 models, you might have to enter twice. Now, let's see if you came out like I did. Your matrix should now look like that. Your matrix should look like 1, 0, minus 2, 0, 1, 5. And what does that tell us? This is the X column. This is the Y column. This is our solution column. 1X and no zeros is minus 2. No X's and 1Y is 5. And we read it like X equal minus 2, Y equal 5. Our answer is parentheses minus 2 comma 5. Now, it took me forever because I'm trying to explain it to you. We're going to start a clock and I'm going to let it run. And we're going to find out how quick I can actually do this with a number. All right, you can time this. Let's go. I hit edit. I get a 2x3 matrix. I hit edit A. I get a 2x3 matrix. I enter the numbers 2, minus 1, minus 9, 1, 2, 8. I hit second matrix. I'm done. Now I go to second matrix math. And I hit the math button. I go to RREF. I hit A. I close the parentheses. I hit enter. And I get the right matrix. See how long that took. Thanks for watching another Professor Pi video. Yeah, y'all come back tomorrow. Cowboy Rufus and Professor Pi will teach you something new.